Lion King 1.5 has terrible morals. I just saw it with my nephew like an hour ago, and at the end of it, I felt like it had completely reversed the original story and what it tried to say. Instead of telling you to find your place and get to the pride and fulfill your lot in life, your purpose, what you're supposed to do, it kind of just says in this movie, stay in Pleasure Island. So Timba and Simone and all the meerkats, they just stay at the forest. They stay in Pleasure Island, which, if you've seen Pinocchio, Pinocchio gets tricked by wolves into getting himself into a perfect place where you can do anything you want and you don't have to go to school. And yeah, and he goes there and he's joyful, doing whatever he wants, smoking, drinking alcohol, and gambling. And then they start turning into donkeys. So the movie is saying that if you abandon yourself to pleasure, you're basically a donkey, and you're going to lose yourself. And he stops that by saving his father from the belly of the whale. And as he has proven himself to be courageous and selfless and something else, he gets to be a real boy. And in The Lion King, the original first Lion King, the only Lion King that matters, Simba, he goes to this paradise. He finds this paradise, and Hakuna Matata, no worries. Live without worries and you'll be happy. And you could say he's happy, he's in pleasure. He just doesn't have to worry about predators or anything. With Simba and Timon, he just eats all day and sleeps and has fun and doesn't do anything. Because Simba feels like he's worthless. And then Nala comes to tell him that he's important. He is the king of the pride. Without him, everything is crumbling. We need you, or everything is dead. The pride is crumbling. You need to come home, or nothing's gonna exist. Your pleasure for this decade destroyed our home. Maybe you shouldn't have left. Filthy. And then he comes back and restores his honor that he had lost, restores his face, and he gets out of this pleasure island, and he fulfills his role as king. And his friends Timon and Pumbaa are not happy about that at first. They think, oh, we're gonna lose our buddy. Hakuna Matata, what happened to that? And then they decide, don't abandon our friends. We have to come with the king. So that's what they do. And then, you know what they do in Lion King 1.5? At the end of the movie, Timon and Pumbaa go back to Pleasure Island. They go back to the paradise of the forest. And Timon brings his meerkat family. Basically, we have food, we don't need to get food, we don't need to hide from predators, we don't need to do anything. They can just sit all day and do nothing. So the movie tells kids to trap themselves on Pleasure Island, basically. Because that's what Timon and Simba is doing maybe for an animal it makes sense, but this doesn't apply. This doesn't apply to humans. My sister-in-law said that Pumbaa is a pig, so of course he's gonna be like this. He's whatever. Why do you care so much? Why are you looking for problems where there are no problems? Pumbaa might be a pig. But the child watching is not a pig, and they are following Pumbaa's lead, his state, and the child will be influenced because everyone is influenced by the entertainment they watch, especially children. So if they see Timon and Pumbaa go back to Pleasure Island in the Paradise Forest, they will think that that's what they should do. And then the real life equivalent would be spending your whole life just pleasuring yourself with video games and TV and just have a safety net and then do nothing. The movie is basically telling you, oh, you don't have to work, you just have to find a paradise where you don't have to do anything. And then you'll be happy. You'll be happy once you don't have to work at all. And you don't have to do anything. And you have nothing in your life, and you're just with friends and chill out all day. Or with family and chill out all day. There's no meaning of that. No purpose. No development. So, bad movie. The original movie, finding purpose by leaving Pleasure Island, and Lion King 1.5 is about finding Pleasure Island and staying there. Maybe leaving if your friends need help, and then going back to Pleasure Island. You're not supposed to go back to They're not supposed to go back to Pleasure Island. You have to grow up, get responsibilities, leave Pleasure Island, and find your place. And other than the morals, the movie itself, I felt like for the first half, it didn't really feel like a movie. It just felt like an animated stand-up comic, stand-up comedy. Just, it felt like improv, but animated. The problem with it feeling like improv is that it's not a movie, it's not scary. Like, there's not, like, depth to it. Like, it's not like you have to face something. Like, my niece, she really likes Lion King, but she's afraid of Scar. So to watch Lion King just to get over her fear of Scar. Or she can watch Lion King 1.5 where there's no Scar, and it's just mindless, joyful, no scare. Like, it's good for children to face their fears. Oh, Anyway, I think people should be really careful about the kind of television, the entertainment people put in front of their children, because if the movie you show them tells them to seek for pleasure and do nothing with their lives, or if it teaches them other bad morals, stuff like that, they just, that gets imprinted into them, especially if they're babies. Like, it just becomes who they are, and then you question later on why they don't want to do anything with their lives. It's like, because that's what their movies told them. That's what they were taught. And this applies to old movies too, like, not just new movies, because this was 2004, and movies of any era can have shady morals. It's not just modern movies bad. It's more than that. Anyway, that's it. I'm chill. Cheers.